Meet Luis Velasquez, a normal senior who attends Willard High School by day, but at night he becomes a boxing star. He's even got a shot for the U.S. Olympic boxing team.
We train Monday through Thursday, and when we have a fight coming up close, we train Monday through Friday from 4 to 6:30 or 7. I started boxing early 9 years old, and I'm currently 18 years old now. I got into boxing, it's always been a passion of mine, as well as my dad's. I think my dad and more of my friends pushed me into it, and it motivated me. My inspiration is Floyd Money Mayweather, just because he started at the bottom like I did, and he built his way up. Boxing has impacted my life in a lot of ways. I've been traveling a lot, taught me a lot of things. I've met a lot of people who've told me that I have the talent, so it just inspired me more. This is important to me because this has always been my dream job, doing something that I love and getting paid for it. This can affect my future a lot. This is my future, and building up to this moment, turning pro or possibly going to the Olympics. I had a lot of emotions going through my mind, you know. Receiving something like that through the mail is not just an ordinary day, not something you're expecting. So when I saw that letter, it just brought a lot of hope for me in the future to a better, successful boxing career. And it just made my confidence go a little bit more up in the sport. In 2020, I'm not sure on the correct date, and it would be in Tokyo.
I had Luis last year in team sports class. Luis impacted the classroom. I guess the funniest story I had was he was teaching Maurice Grayer some combinations, and Maurice got so good at it, he just knocked Luis cold out right there in the middle of the team sport. So Luis excelled in class by always showing up right on time and never having to do any squat thrusts.
I had Luis as a student last year in government and politics. Luis was very goal-driven and hardworking, and when any type of guideline or deadline was coming up, he worked really hard to meet that deadline. He was also compassionate towards other students. Anytime a student was confused or needed help, he was one of the first ones to volunteer to take time out of his work time to actually help anybody else.
I had Luis. Luis started with us in 7th grade. He came to us February of his 7th grade year, and I had him from February until May. Oh my goodness, Luis had such a huge impact on my class. When Luis came to me, they put him in my probably my most difficult class, and I was a little worried. I was like, oh, getting a new student in my most difficult class. Well, Luis came in and immediately had this presence of positivity, this presence of respect. Respect, that's the best way I can describe it. He came in, if the kids were being rude, he would speak up and he would say, hey, give her some respect. Come on, straighten up. And the kids all listened to him. It was amazing. I was so excited to have him in my class. He made the class so much better. Luis, very hardworking. Obviously, very kind, extremely respectful, loving towards people, you know, cared about them. He just made our classroom a better place.
I had Luis as a student when he was in 8th grade for only one semester, and it was the semester before before he moved on to high school. You know, he is very charismatic. He is a sweet kid, and he would do pretty much, I think, anything for somebody if they needed it. He is just golden in my eyes, but he just amazes me by just his tenacity and his drive. I see him being a professional boxer or maybe even Olympian, and I think it would be great if he did either. I just want him to be healthy and take care of himself.
I have decided, unfortunately, I will not be going to the Olympic qualifiers due to my fight being here so close around the corner. But that could change. If I don't have an opponent to fight here, I still will have an opportunity to go to the qualifiers.
And whatever Velasquez will do, he'll sure to be a knockout.